Good morning, students. Hi, how are you? I hope all of you are fine. All of you are enjoying. I know you are missing a school, but I think all of you are reading, studying properly, uh, and all of you are safe at your home. So don't go outside, rest at your home, read and read the story books. You can play also chess with your brother, with your sisters, okay, with your parents. So all these things you do and study also, okay. And whatever I am telling you, important points you read in your you write down in your copy, and question answers also you do it in your copies, okay. Now along with the date also. Now in the last session, first thing, welcome to the e-learning class, students. Today I will tell you the practical about the page margin and page orientation, okay. So let us see how will you change the page margin. That previous class I have told you four margins: top, bottom, left and right. And page orientation also we will see. That is two types of page orientation, that is landscape and portrait. Landscape means drawing copy, like example is drawing copy, and portrait means normal your book or copy. So that we will see in practical how we will set that, okay. So come with me and let us see. Okay, so I have already opened Microsoft Word, okay. So this one is a just I have clicked on the start button. I think all of you know how to start Microsoft Word. First you have to click on the start button, and then all programs, then MS Office. There you will see Microsoft Word. Just click on the Microsoft Word. This screen will come, window will open. So this is Microsoft Word document, okay. So we will see today first page margin. Is it clear, all of you? All of you can see? Okay. So how will you set the page margin, that we will see. First you have to click on the page layout tab. Here you can see home, insert, page layout, references, mailing. All these are different tabs are there, okay. So we have to click on the page layout tab. So click on that. Here you can see different groups like themes. Last day I have told you about the theme. Page setup, page background, paragraph, arrange. All these are different groups, okay. So we will see page setup. In page setup, what we have to do? Page margins. So just click on the page setup, and then this dialog box, page setup dialog box, will open here. All of you can see, I think. Is it clear for you? Page setup dialog box is opened. Now here you can see three options are there: margins, paper and layout. You have to click on the page margins. By default margins. Suppose if paper or layout is there, then you have to click on the margins, okay. Now you can see there are different option margins: top margin, left margin, bottom, right, and this is gutter. Don't need gutter. You just in your syllabus four margins are there, so you just see that. Here spin boxes are there. You can select from here increase or decrease. So by default 1, all top margin, left margin, all margins are by default 1 inch, but if you want to change from here, you can select, okay. You can see here 1.4, 1.5, like this you can change from here. Also you can decrease, okay. Similarly in left margin also you can do, you can change, okay. So suppose I am doing here 2, just for example. Bottom also 1 inch, Suppose I have done here 0.5, 1.5, here also 1.5. Okay, so this thing, top margin is top and bottom 1.5, left margin 2 inch and 1.5 right margin. Okay, here you can see the preview. Okay, here you can see the preview. Just see, I am decreasing now. You can see the top margin. So this one is decreasing. Now if you want to increase that, because top margin, if it is at least 1.5, then it will look better. So I am doing here 1.5. Okay, now click on OK here. Understand all of you? Just click on OK. So now if you will write, you can see here margin, this margin. Okay, so because this one is a top margin and this is left margin, right margin, this is left margin, this one is right margin. Okay, so left and right margin you can see horizontally, and top and bottom margin you can see vertically. Okay, you can see the cursor from here. You can write from here to here, up to here you can write. Okay, so this is the way how will you change the page margin. Again I am showing you page layout, then page setup. This page setup dialog box will come when you will click over here. Now you set the top margin, right margin, left margin, all. So again I am doing suppose 1. Okay, this one, bottom also 1, here also 1, all I have changed to 1. Okay, all margins are 1 now, and then click on OK. So now from here to here you can write. Understand all of you? Is it clear? Okay. So next thing we will do, that is page orientation. Now last day we have seen theory, page orientation, that is of two types, landscape and portrait. So that we will see here. Again you have to click on the page layout tab, and there you can select this page setup dialog box. Here margin paper layout. Here you can see the orientation, portrait and landscape. This one you can see in preview. This one is portrait orientation. If you will select this landscape, then you can see here in preview, that is a landscape horizontally. Okay, and this one you can see vertical. Okay, so which one you want, you can select from here. By default, always remember by default orientation is portrait. That may be the question. Okay, so remember that portrait, always orientation, by default orientation is portrait. If you want to change, then you have to click from here. You have to come here and then select here and then click on OK. So you can see here. Okay, understand all of you? Is it clear? Okay, again I am showing you page layout. Acha, now without page setup I am doing orientation. How will you do that? Without page setup dialog box, you can select from here page layout. There in page setup group, you have to come in the page setup group, but you will not click on this launcher. This is called launcher. You will not select this one. Okay, without opening this page setup dialog box, you can click from here orientation option. Here you can see portrait and landscape. All of you can see. Is it clear? All of you just see. Okay, so anyone, if you want orientation, portrait or landscape, you just select that. Okay, portrait, this one is portrait now, and then you can see here, that is the two way by which you can set the page orientation. Okay, without opening the setup setup dialog box, or by page setup dialog box. Okay, so these two things you do it in your practical in your computer, and that's all for today. Next day we will do the next in Microsoft Word formatting. Okay, thank you.